Ocean of Love. Love has no name, love has no words. It is not contained in shadow and light. It slides through our fingers, pours through our hearts, kisses us deeply into this daydream of love. A dream of infinite heartbreak. Love cannot be found or lost. We are this ballet of tears, where joy and sorrow merge. There are no words for this love. This love, not sung, sings itself. Chapter 1, Ocean of Love. Does the dove delight in her early morning splendor? What aches for the evening sea? Where is the map to this never-ending treasure? What spins fairy tales of a never-arising next? Where is the path from everywhere to nowhere? What is the taste of no tomorrow? What happens when all signposts are lost? Empty footprints fill with tear light, flood the horizon, sea falls into sky, erases all safe harbors and anyone to land. You feel it on your breath, the song of empty moonlight, bathing forgotten dreams with a tender forgotten melody. All words have been lost in the imaginary divide, the abyss which has no sides. Love, a most beautiful word, signifying nothing, signifying everything. This dream ballet that has no dreamer, softly, softly murmurs, "This is it," and you weep, and you weep, and you weep. This is the treasure that was never lost nor found. It was the looking for it and the knowing that it can never be captured. Love slides into love like this, like this, like this. Winged waves of moonlight surf the ocean breeze, soar through my heart, beating still, anointing every ripple with an unknown perfection, is this kiss of light sliding through itself. It's my eyes that paint the night with echoes of shine and shadow. Memories twist and twirl and twine threads of ancient echoes as the fabric of the universe unwinds itself. Tattered moonlight dreams scatter their reflection into wind. Wind is born of thought, as is the midnight sea. This fairy tale gathers all words into a blooming, cascading vine. Petals fall into rivers of reflections. Swirling colors hide in silence, and I emerge in the singing of them. The ship I sailed into the horizon lost the wind and her rudder and all directions, capsizing all ideas of light and dark. All solidity tumbled down the rocky cliffs, collapsing into the fathomless ocean, falling, 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 through the depths that time forgot, ever lost, ever found, this sea dream that sings songs of you and me, and love lost. We are love's echo. You can hear her song in the wind, the moonlight skimming the ocean, and the saltiness of your tears, inseparable from the sea. I am a soaring river of shell light, pouring into endless seas. There is no language the ocean does not speak. Strange yet familiar sounds reverberate in our hearts. Thunder of the surf echoes our names. It is the same name, written with water in water. We are the moon's reflections, shimmering on the waves. On the tallest mountains there are shells. Transparent is the night that hides in the day. Moon waits to shine in your eyes. She has no existence without you. Neither do I. How can beauty speak of its own beauty? And why should love sing? Yet it does, always. It is bubbling up from hidden springs and falling in summer storms, rushing into whirlpools where rare birds perch, winds singing of the coming winter, light dancing on mountain streams, wandering through long grasses of the highest meadows, plunging down the canyon, tall trees bending over bends and eddies, kissing their reflection in the shimmering, waters sliding into the long, hot desert, where the sun drinks deeply and mirages pull you into their magic as you disappear into the long, wet roads that never were. It sings in your deafening cry of your ultimate aloneness when love runs through your shadow and pierces your heart, and you hurt more than you think you ever could without actually dying. It is the overwhelming joy at finding love and the deep, deep despair and anguish of love's demise. In the serene silence of endless ocean and the colors of morning dancing on the edge of your glass, it is joy and sorrow and the beauty of life filling you, emptying you, an imaginary vessel without sides or a bottom. Life drinks you as you drink deeply. How can I sing of your unfathomable beauty, of this love that sings itself? It is not hidden. Your trembling, tender heart knows. What song lies in the hollow throat of the moon lily, laid in the evening before she blooms? Words of pale luminescence sliding into melodies of wild and colorful explosions of night? Is she trembling and shy, or eager to sing? Is she the song, or the singer? Or is this moonlight's dream, soaring through the echoes of memory, vast, wall-less halls of bejeweled reflections, reverberating the songs of night, falling through the daydream of time and space and the hush that falls over the world, when the dream falls through the dream and leaves no one dreaming and no one to awaken. This is a freedom beyond all ideas of freedom or bondage, a love beyond all ideas of love. Apparent separation seems to occur with every word. Freedom, a word; love, a word; word, a word. All words weave a web of reflections, echoes spinning into echoes. Yet no source to this magic carpet, weaving and unweaving itself. No one soars through this vast, unfathomable emptiness. Yet somehow it is intuited, without anyone to know it or see it. Neither personal nor impersonal, nor real nor unreal, nor true nor false. Neither moving nor non-moving, the shimmering walls collapse. The banks of the river crumble as you slide down through your own footsteps you worked so hard to build. And the river flows, and the river flows. Love requires imaginary sides so we can dance. Spontaneously, naturally, perfectly, life does itself and looks and feels like anything at all. Yet there really is no perfection nor imperfection, as there are no things to be right or wrong, or in between. There are no sides nor middle to this wind ballet of wind in wind. Sky pirouettes with sky, light and dark fall through each other, never and forever collide. There are no thoughts or feelings or actions, and no one to do them or think them or feel them. Yet the passion play continues to paint itself, a watercolor thought dream twirling light and sound and love. When I say I love you, you cannot find anyone there or here. Yet here we are. I love you. Boundless ocean, ripples bloom underwater, flowering into infinite petals of light. Waves search Waves surf their reflections, melt into this moon dance. No one can see, no one can touch, no one can sing of the sigh of the end of time, and what was never found or forgotten. Fathomless depths plunge into endless skies. An unborn silence sings your name. You can hear the song of the moon, pooling where even shadows dare not hide. It is everywhere and nowhere, sliding into and through you, erasing all notions of self and other, as you dissolve into the wetness that you already are. Peering into the throat of a flower, you can hear its silent song. The thunder of the universe blooms into infinite petals, falling through the delicate wetness of your eyes. A million suns explode with every breath as you dissolve into the brilliance of light pouring into light. Where did you leave your shadow when you waltzed with the stars? The daydream of lack spun into a daydream of perfection, emptying emptiness itself into its falling echo. You can hear it as it slides through your heart. It is the tears of everyone, of no one. It is the feeling of lack. It is the feeling of completion. There is no one to be empty or full. There are no edges or middle in this boundless light. Shooting stars leave no footprint on the sky. Wetness dissolves into wetness, stunning the unspeakable beauty of no thing, of everything. Where is the weeping of the summer night? I love you, and love requires imaginary separation. It is a beautiful illusion. We are this illusion. Thought seems to describe edges and things and people and moments and events, and these lines may feel to be solid and these things may seem to be real, but there are really just colors flowing and sounds seemingly emerging, and all of it falling away as soon as they are perceived, as the perception is not separate from the perceiver. A flowing dreamscape without a before or after, or any solidity at all. Even the word color seems to create things like red and orange, and that sunset that takes your breath away. It is the longing to get this that seems to create the distance between a you and it. Self is belief and the feeling of separation, and the longing for other, for more, for better, for a never arising next. You can look around and find there is no edge to what is going on, no outside to what is going on. Yet all thought of other, of better, of more, of enlightenment, simply is what is going on. There is no center to this swirling thought dream. No center can be found, as when we try to look inside, there is nothing there. Just more thought spinning tales of a person who is thinking, of a someone or thing who wears a mask, of an unchanging thing that has belief and feeling, and who is watching that sunset. Yet that feeling of a center, although it cannot be found, cannot be erased, as even the looking for a non-existent self seems to perpetuate the illusion of a looker. This may feel hopeless because it is. No one gets this. It is already the case, so it cannot be lost, or found, or created anew. Softly, softly, love is the dance of golden leaves, trembling in the trees, brushed with winter's breath, floating echoes shimmer. It is my heart dancing. Slowly, slowly, tumbling down the canyon, pooling at my feet, swirling in the stream. Love is its own expression. Love holds no words, yet is all words. They mouth themselves, flow through these lips, these teeth, this tongue, this heart. They are not mine, nor yours. Love is unowned, unencumbered. There are no boundaries to love or life. Wind kisses wind, flowing through itself. Reflections fall through reflections. Echoes of love surf the overtones of forgotten dreams that were never born nor die. Melodies unsung, listen to their elegant unfolding. This silence that sings itself unhinges all corners. Ceilings crumble, walls tumble, the very ground collapses into the sea of love that has no center, nor direction, nor cause to be. Without edges, love overflows. Wetness falls through wetness. In this deep, deep kiss, life falls through its own echo. Seamless love is known without knowing how it is known. It needs no one to know it or sing it. In love, as love, through love, love sings like this. Ocean of love flows into itself. Edgeless, seamless brilliance pours through its own reflection. Echoes stream through the song of their own non-existence. Wetness dissolves into wetness. Fingerprints lose their whirls and swirls as they melt into this very touch of one, of two, of many, of none, of a song sung by no one, a pas de deux of reverberations, like endless parentheses, spiraling ever outward and inward without end or beginning. The dance that never was leaves no footprints, as there is no dance floor nor ground on which to stand. There is no solidity at all, nor any feet to find it. Without sound or silence, the hush disappears into itself and leaves no ripples, no sign that it has ever been or will be. Memory floats lyrically on a breeze called time, but does not leave a kiss on the banks of no tomorrow. Sigh of moon, in love with its own beauty, sings your heart into this very song. Lingering aftertaste of sunset breathes, caresses the night with indelible shadows. Moonlight drifts in autumn winds. No one is clothed in reflections. Newly naked trees adorned with stars do not hold the sky. Memory of cricket song dreams the passing of time. No one stands at the edge of no tomorrow. No one is crushed by the weight of infinity or falls into the abyss of unfathomable emptiness. First crow, silhouette of sky, no horizon can be found. There is no one looking. Backwards tumbling, rainbows laughing, echoes dancing, nautilus dream. Slowly, slowly, time sinks to the bottom of its own reflection. One leaf joins the ballet of wind in wind. Dance of golden, echoes tumble through leftover skies. Gently, gently, mirror of rippling waters, rips apart this cloth of multifaceted light. My wings were feathered kisses of wind and sun. No one knew how to fly. I was the longing to become the wind, when the wind blew away the imaginary sides and found no middle to erase. I disappeared into the flowing, the banks eroded, crumbling the footfalls of all yesterdays and a million tomorrows. Sometimes the river sees its own reflection in your beautiful eyes, and there is weeping. Tears are prisms. All is rainbow light magic. Love flows into love. In the cradle of the canyon, pale moon hangs on the door of dawn. Last stars fade into pinks and oranges, woven with tattered wind-plowed clouds. Last leaves falling now. Words rush through the windows of my heart, pouring mouthfuls of sky into sky. Chapter 2, Echo Land Ballet. Wind that was not there blew away the dark, ignited embers of day, unwrapped the prisms of your eyes, unleashing color and sound into this ballet of echoes, ever blooming, ever wilting. Petals of desert flowers pressed into a flowing rosary, There is no prayer that will halt or capture this shimmering mirage. Thin white fingers of clouds flow through the desert dream. Wind does not push them. They do not move or exist without thought. In this death of yesterdays and all tomorrows, stars lost their handholds, as there was no night to cling to and no empty hand to grasp the flowing. This magician's dream coat has no dreamer. All is sourceless reflections, spinning the daydream as well as the night dream. This water-colored magnificence unties the shadows and light, collapses into itself, leaving not a breath or ripple of wind. Day melts into dusk, hovers on the horizon, ripped with rain. Architecture of trees holding up the sky, and stars blooming lace my window. Swirling watercolor, wetness slides into wetness, dark into dark. I am a flowing reflection on a mirror without sides. Day sleeps in the heart of night. No one awakens from this echo-land dream. Sailing shadows leak into light, wrestling weaves in autumn wind. Night nestles under wings of dawn. Self is belief in imaginary separation, the dream of belief in the dream. As human beings, life is full of deep, deep despair and suffering and unimaginable joy. It is exceedingly painful to believe in the dream of separation, yet not believing it is the dream as well. Trying to change or get rid of or get out of the dream is a most painful part of the dream. Yet the dream character often spends most of their life in this conundrum, solidifying their imaginary walls by trying to erase them, seemingly blocking out the light and the love that is always there. But there is no darkness to erase, no hand nor heart to capture light or love. It is knowing that as imaginary characters we all share this humanness of great despair and joy, and the knowing of our ultimate aloneness that brings great compassion and an unconditional love. These feelings often begin to arise as we share these great sorrows of illness and death. Awakening is not the end of joy and sorrow and love. It is a merging of the sea and sky and earth, of up and down and in between, of time and timelessness, of all ends and beginnings. And yet somehow it is the ever-blooming, ever-wilting kiss within a kiss, of loving deeply, unashamedly, the whole shaboogie. We get to feel it all the joy, all the pain. When you suffer, I suffer. How empty the moon night without crickets. I am this cascade of thought, memories of long trails of geese, heading south, heading north. What is up? What is down? Is there an in-between? This vacancy cannot find itself. Nothing can be lost or found. Slipping over the edge, there are no edges to be found. Time lost its shadow as it fell into a song. I can no longer find my lips and teeth and tongue. Mouth the words, the roundness of vowels tumble onto this page, scattered among the consonants, like flesh on bones, the dance begins. Golden finches carry morning into the garden, colors slide into fallen leaves, perfectly formed, as they are crumpled under the vast, falling leaves. Wind sighs its lonely dance, beckons the autumn moon. No one leads and no one follows. Elegant shadows of naked trees spin and twirl on the bedroom floor. Edgeless silhouette of light in light basks in its own reflection. There is no center nor edge to this dream of waltzing shadows, nor source of light. Only the magical prism of your eyes explode this rainbow wonder and paint beauty into a flowing watercolored dreamscape. Thought forms and embraces you from the inside and out, an imaginary dancer of wind in wind.